Learning is the source of human progress.
It has the power to transform our world, from illness to health, from poverty to prosperity,
from conflict to peace.
It has the power to transform our lives for ourselves, for our families, for our communities.
No matter who we are or where we are, learning empowers us to change and grow and redefine what's possible.
That's why access to the best learning is a right, not a privilege.
And that's why Coursera is here. We partner with the best institutions to bring the best learning to every corner of the world.
So that anyone, anywhere,
has the power to transform their life through learning.
This is Dialogue Television View Mini.
Wow! 60 live TV channels.
Huh? What? It's an endless movie time.
I can talk to my remote.
Yes, go, go, go! The screen just got bigger. Change the way you watch TV with Dialogue Television View Mini, powered by Android TV.
A milk coffee for me?
Money has to be sent to Anna in the morning and the electricity bill has to be paid.
What is today's schedule?
Diafa Uyana 2 p.m. film shooting at 3 p.m.
How's today's weather?
Sunny day, no rain, temperature 27 degrees.
Switch off TV, lights off. You know the account that fits my busy lifestyle? BOC 18 Plus Smart Gen, the smart choice for today's youth.
Ayubowan, Vanakkam. We have now come to the closing ceremony of the 34th annual conference of AAOU 2021. So before and also the beginning of the next conference of AAOU. So it's ending and a beginning. First of all, let me begin by thanking all of you for being with us, for reflecting and debating on the practice of open distance learning.
As mentioned by the Open University of Sri Lanka, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Professor S.A. Aryadore, at his inaugural speech, it is indeed unfortunate that our lovely guests lost the opportunity to be entertained by the Sri Lankan hospitality. However, we hope that during these 3 days, you've gathered some lovely experience, memories, and good knowledge to be taken home. Let us now begin officially the closing ceremony of the 34th Annual Conference of AAOU with the announcement of the awards. And for that, I invite Dr. Rahmat Budiman of the Universitas Terbuka Indonesia, and the Secretary General of the AAOU to announce the Best Practice Award, Best Paper Award, Best Inventor Award, and the notification of the winner of the Meritorious Service Award.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rahmat Budiman, the AAOU Secretary General, and I would like to announce the winners of the AAOU Awards 2021. We all have been waiting for this moment, and we are as excited as you are in knowing who have won the much coveted Young Innovator Award, Best Practice Award, and Best Paper Award, with 1 gold medal, 2 silver medals for each category. And of course, the most importantly, we will find out the winner of the prestigious award, AAOU Meritorious Service Award. Let's start with Young Innovator Award. As we know, the Young Innovator Award goes to young, energetic, less than 40 years old scholars. Each year, the Young Innovator Award goes to individuals whose papers show quality, relevance, uniqueness, and success and impact of innovation to the theory and practice of open and decent learning. This year, we have 1 candidate for the Young Innovator Award. The only paper was evaluated by the adjudication committees. 3 appointed persons as the adjudication committees were the chair, Professor Kandar Padas, Vice Chancellor at Krishna Kanta Hindikwi Open University, India. The members are Professor Ok Tai Kim, Professor at Departments of Media, Arts and Cultural Content, Korea National Open University, Dr. Yosef Sabah, Assistant Professor at Al-Quds Open University, Palestine. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now announce upon this assessment. It has been decided that the silver medal of the AAOU Young Innovator Award 2021 is bestowed upon Mr. Kamran Mir from Allama Iqbal Open University, Pakistan, for his paper titled Development of H5P Interactive Video Content in Moodle to Improve the Learner's Engagement in Online Learning. Congratulations to our sole winner of the Young Innovator Award. We hope to motivate you and every young academician to produce and contribute more of the ODL works and follow the footsteps of Mr. Kamran Mir in the future. The silver medalists will be granted a certificate, a plaque, and cash award of $250. Now let's find out the winner for the Best Practice Award. This award goes to the paper that shows significant practice developed to improve process, method, and show potential for such practice to be replicated and other institutions may adopt, leading to the betterment of ODL practice. This year, the adjudication committees of this award comprise of the first, Professor Alan Tate, Emeritus Professor of Distance Education and Development at the Open University, UK, as the chair. The second, Professor Ho Sung-wo, Professor at Department of E-Learning, Korea National Open University. And the third, Professor Yosef Abuzir, Professor at Al-Quds Open University, Palestine, as the members. For your kind information, There are 6 out of 11 papers which are shortlisted for this award. And here are the authors of the 6 shortlisted papers. The silver medalist for the Best Practice Award goes to and the gold medal for the Best Practice Award goes to Again, congratulations to all the winners of the Best Practice Award. The gold medalist will be granted a certificate, plaque, and cash award of $500, while the silver medalist will be granted a certificate, plaque, and cash award of $250. Now let's move on to the Best Paper Award. We also have the Best Paper Award, which goes to individuals whose paper has relevance of content to the theme and sub-themes of the conference and have a significant contribution to the ODL. The adjudication committees for this award were Professor Lee Kam Cheong, Director of Research at Open University of Hong Kong, as the chair, while the members are Professor Siti Aisyah Hashim, Professor at Open University Malaysia, Dr. Zahid Majid, Director of Academic Planning and Course Production at Allama Iqbal Open University, Pakistan. 6 out of 12 papers are shortlisted for this award, and here are the authors of the 6 shortlisted papers. The silver medalist for the Best Paper Award goes to and the gold medal for the Best Paper Award goes to Congratulations to all the winners of the Best Paper Award. Keep pouring your ideas into valuable writings, and we are always looking forward to more of your masterpieces. The gold medalists will be granted a certificate, plaque, and cash award of $500, while the silver medalists will be granted a certificate, plaque, and cash award of $250. Finally, the most awaited of all, the prestigious AAOU Meritorious Service Award. It has been the tradition of the AAOU to recognize outstanding individuals who have made significant and lasting contribution to the field of distance education and open learning through AAOU Meritorious Service Award or MSA. 3 appointed persons who were also the recipients of the past AAOU Meritorious Service Award was chosen this year. They are Professor Tian Belawati, former rector at Universitas Terbuka, as the chair. And the members, Professor Wei Yuan Zhang, former head and chief researcher at Space University of Hong Kong, who is currently working at Beijing Normal University. And Dr. Nafid A. Malik, founder and former rector at Virtual University of Pakistan, who currently works for Commonwealth of Learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to inform you that this year we have received quite many nominations for this award. There are 17 candidates of the AAOU Meritorious Service Award 2021. It was not an easy task to evaluate so many talents and inspiring persons, but every single document we receive has been evaluated thoroughly by the appointed adjudication committees. After rigorous process of the assessment, I hereby announce the winner of the AAOU Meritorious Service Award 2021 goes to Professor Dr. Melinda de la Peña Bandalaria from the University of the Philippines Open University, or UPOU. Professor Dr. Melinda de la Peña Bandalaria has served in the Open and Distance Learning, or ODL sector, as an academic leader in the University of the Philippines for 2 decades. In spite of the time span, she has significantly contributed to the further development of ODL in the Asian region in her capacity as president of the Asian Association of Open Universities, or AAOU, from 2017 to 2019. During her term, and with the support of the AAOU Executive Committee, she instituted the AAOU Collaborative Research Program among the AAOU member institutions to promote and further enhance the culture of research and collaboration at AAOU, and contributed more significantly to the knowledge building about ODL in the context of Asia, which is home to the largest open universities in the world. She also led the association in granting the AAOU Conference Fellowship to a researcher or author who has published a paper at the AAOU Journal in order to encourage publication at the association journal, as well as encourage participation of more good researchers in the AAOU annual conferences. Professor Bandalaria has also shared her expertise and support to the international scene in her involvement in UNESCO OER Dynamic Coalition, the Asia-Europe Foundation, or ASEF expert group on lifelong and flexible learning pathways, the benchmarking framework and dataset for online, open, smart, and technology-enhanced higher education, the UNESCO ICT Competency Framework for Teacher, or ITC CFT OER Network, and other contributions both nationally and internationally on behalf of UPOU and AAOU. Congratulations to our awardee of the AAOU Meritorious Service Award, Professor Dr. Melinda de la Peña Bandalaria. And may I now invite her to give a brief speech on this occasion. Professor Dr. Melinda Bandalaria, the time is yours.
It is with great pleasure that I accept this 2021 AAOU Meritorious Service Award. I am honored and privileged to be included in the role of eminent men and women in the field of open and distance e-learning who have received this recognition from AAOU. Working and advocating for open and distance e-learning is a challenging path that we all chose to be our profession, although there is the conventional option which may have been easier given our respective substantive areas of expertise. But we have opted to take the less trodden path. The COVID-19 pandemic, as we have witnessed, caused a major change in the open and distance e-learning landscape. We could look at it from two opposing perspectives. On one end is the positive side, wherein almost all academic institutions and many learners worldwide were forced to embrace distance education and its various models, and hence in the process, realizing the level of flexibility, agility, and inclusion this mode of instruction can bring to an educational system. Of course, on the other end is the negative side, where some perceptions were affirmed and also some new challenges are emerging because of this teaching and learning experience that we've had during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic has changed the narratives and world perspective about open and distance e-learning. We can even say that we are at that point of inflection or a turning point, which may result or should result to major or dramatic change for us open universities. The reassuring thought, however, is we have with us the dedicated and committed experts in this field who will continuously push for inclusion in education and learning. Count me in as one of them. I would like to thank the members of the AAOU MSA Adjudication Committee for recognizing my contributions to the scholarship and practice of open and distance e-learning. My colleagues at the University of the Philippines Open University and at the Asian Association of Open Universities, especially the members of the Executive Committee during the time that I was president of this association. For without them, without you, these contributions would not materialize. And I dedicate this award to all the men and women who are relentlessly working and theorizing so that open and distance e-learning can claim its rightful space in improving the plight of the humanity. This award holds so much meaning to me, and I feel somehow sad that I could not accept it personally because of the situation that we are in now. This, however, did not diminish the value of this recognition as it affirms the decision I made years back when I chose to take the path of Odell for my profession, which is aligned with my personal advocacies. And this can be best captured from the excerpt of this poem by Robert Frost. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Some were ages and ages hence. Two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Again, to all of you, thank you very much for this recognition, and good day to everyone.
Thank you very much, Professor Bandalaria, for the heartfelt speech. Thanks to all nominators who have sent us nominations for the AAOU MSA this year. We are truly grateful for the excitement from our member this year. Therefore, Now I would also like to show you all more inspiring persons from the AAOU MSA nominations who are in the top of 10. Please check and enjoy. Thank you very much for all the winners. Please note that the AAOU Secretariat will communicate with you for further facilitation. To all the nominated persons and finalists of the AAOU Awards, please be advised that us, the AAOU, greatly appreciate and acknowledge your contributions. Please do not ever feel you disheartened because you haven't got to achieve the awards this time. Each one of you has been giving impacts on the ODL area, no matter how small or big it is. However, still we have to choose the best of the best ones. We hope you all will be more motivated to give varied and broader contribution and achievements in ODL area. And we will look forward to seeing your names again in the future awards event of AAOU. And of course, with much more accomplishment. We hope you all could take this as encouragement to improve for better. Lastly, I would like to thank to each of our adjudication committees who have worked so hard to give the final deliberation for the AAOU Awards winners in a very limited time. We would not be able to make it without your assistance indeed. See you again in the next conference. Have a good day and stay safe always.
Thank you very much, Dr. Budiman. And congratulations, our heartiest congratulations to all the award winners. And now, to give the closing remarks, I cordially invite Professor Oja Daroja, the President of the Asian Association of Open Universities and the Rector of Universitas Terbuka, Indonesia.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everyone. I believe that during these 3 days, all of us have obtained a fruitful discussion and enjoy the interesting hybrid conference experiences. In this 34th AAOU conference, which theme is Opening Mind for a Sustainable Future, reorienting ODL to surmount challenges, we have learned a lot from the keynote sessions delivered by the amazing and inspiring keynote speakers, workshop sessions, and also the invited speakers who have shared their interesting insights and works. Once again, on behalf of the committee, thank you for delivering such important materials so that all of us can deepen our knowledge and awareness on ODL. Furthermore, I would like to thank all presenters and participants who have joined this conference from all over the Asia regions. I sincerely hope that through your presentation and discussions, afterwards, we can solve problems related to the ODL practices in our own countries. Don't count how small or big the contribution is. but count how much the value is for many people. Next, as announced by the AAOU Secretary General in the prior sessions, I would like to congratulate all the winners of the AAOU Awards 2021. I believe that these achievements will support you to be more productive and innovative and contributing to UDL practices. To other nominated awardees who have worked hard until this step, I hope you do not stop contributing to the development of ODL practices. The AAOU will always appreciate its ODL practitioners, educators, and researchers who have shared their expertise in ODL. Special thanks to all adjudication committee chairs and members who have worked very hard during the past weeks in selecting and deciding the best of the best awardees. Last but not least, I would like to express our big thanks and appreciation to the Open University of Sri Lanka, especially to Professor Arya Durai, Professor Rajendra, Professor Seronika, and other committee members for organizing this conference and ensuring that it proceeded smoothly. We all know that even though this great event was postponed for a year, we are so proud of all of you, colleges at OUSL, and really appreciate your huge effort for having come this far and pass all the agendas successfully. It's a relief for all of us. I'm certain that you are all looking forward to getting back to your routines. So, I thank you once again for your presence here with us, either face-to-face or virtually. As the very final closing from me, I would like to welcome and congratulate Korea National Open University for being the host of the 35th AAOU Annual Conference on 2022. I wish all the preparations will go smoothly, and I hope by the time of the conference comes, we are all free from the COVID-19 already. Therefore, we will be able to meet up again, physically, healthy, and happily in South Korea. So, see you all next year. Please stay safe, healthy, and happy always. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Professor Ojat. As you have correctly said, it's time for us to now think about the 35th annual conference of the AAOU. The host university is Korea National Open University. I now invite the President, Korea National Open University, Dr. Suno Ryu, to give the introductory remarks for the conference, which is about to happen in 2022. Thank you.
안녕하십니까. 한국방송통신대학교 총장 류순호입니다. 존경하는 아시아 원격교육협의회 오잣 다로잣 회장님, 스리랑카 개방대학 안바한 아리아 두라이 총장님, 모든 회원교 대표단 그리고 기빈 여러분, 이렇게 뜻깊은 자리에 함께 할 수 있어서 매우 기쁩니다. 무엇보다 우리 한국방송통신대학교가 차기 연례대의 개최기로 선정되었다는 소식을 여러분들께 전할 수 있게 되어 큰 영광입니다. 한국방송통신대학교는 아시아 지역의 모든 사람들에게 교육의 기회를 제공하고 원격 교육기관이 한 단계 더 높이 성장할 수 있도록 이바지하는 아시아 원격교육협의회의 목표에 깊이 공감하며 이를 위한 활동에 적극적으로 동참해 왔습니다. 2002년부터 2005년까지 아시아 원격교육대학협의회의 회장제로 활동했을 뿐만 아니라 1992년과 2002년에 연례대회를 개최한 바 있습니다. 2022년은 개교 50주년을 맞이하는 한국방송통신대학교에게 새로운 도약과 발전의 원년이 될 것이며 2022년 제주에서 개최하게 될 35차 아시아 원격교육 협의회 연례대회는 이를 기념하는 매우 중요한 행사가 될 것입니다. 창립회원이자 이사회 회원으로서 제35차 아시아 원격교육협의회 연례대회를 소홀함 없이 준비할 것입니다. 존경하는 기빈 여러분, 한국을 포함한 아시아의 많은 국가가 시련과 굴절의 시기를 겪었음에도 새로운 시대를 이끌어 나갈 신흥 지역으로 부상할 수 있었던 배경에 교육이 있었음을 누구도 부인할 수 없습니다. 전례 없는 코로나 위기를 지혜롭게 극복하고 더 큰 성장을 이루기 위해서는 교육이 중요하다는 점에 세계적 공감대가 형성되고 특히 비대면 교육과 원격 교육이 그 주목을 받고 있습니다. 제35차 아시아 원격 교육 협의회 연례대회는 아시아 원격 교육이 이러한 흐름의 중심에서 어떻게 원격 교육의 새 시대를 열어갈 것인지에 대해 심도 있는 논의를 나누는 기회가 될 것입니다. 2022년 10월 아름다운 평화의 섬 제주에서 여러분 모두를 다시 뵙길 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much for those introductory remarks, Dr. Suno Ryu. Let us now watch the splendor of Korea in a promotional video hosted by the Korea National Open University. That is the next venue of AAOU 35th Annual Conference. Now, to conclude this ceremony, I invite Professor J.C.N. Rajendra, co-chair AAOU 2021, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Welcome to the last session of the conference, the vote of thanks, AAOU 2021. I feel honored and privileged for the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special day. This is the proudest day in the history of the Open University of Sri Lanka. We have hosted an important education conference in Sri Lanka with 210 delegates from all parts of the world. The AAOU has organized an international conference in a hybrid mode for the first time in its history. In this conference, the participants have joined the first day in both an online and on-site, whereas on the second day and third days of the conference, they have participated entirely online. On behalf of the Open University of Sri Lanka and the organizing committee of the AAOU 2021, I convey my regards and hearty thanks to our chief guest, Honorable Professor G.L. Pires, Ministry of Education, for his message. And I would like to thank the guest of honor, Vidya Jyoti, Emeritus Professor Engineer Dr. Danda S. Vijayasegara, for his presence and his informative speech. I also would like to thank all the keynote speakers, panelists, resource persons who conducted the workshops and generously sharing their expertise, research, results, and insight with all fellow members. Especially, I would like to thank all the delegates who blessed us with their presence. I'm sure this conference has made a valuable forum for open and distance learning practitioners, leaders, experts, influencers, providers, and decision makers to discuss opportunities, possibilities, and challenges, and exchange views and ideas in relation to the progression in achieving the Goal 4 of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. I fully acknowledge and express my sincere thanks to the members of the AAOU Executive Committee, the AAOU President, Professor Ojat, and the AAOU Secretary General, Dr. Raumat Budiman, for their continuous support and guidance in organizing this conference. It is my great pleasure to express my heartfelt thanks to our Vice Chancellor and the co-chairperson of this conference, Professor S.A. Ariyadure, for his fullest support, guidance, and encouragement to the organizing committee from the beginning. In addition, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my fellow organizing committee members for their maximum support and guidance given in organizing this conference. I also would like to thank the Registrar, the Bursa, the Director SETMI, and the administrative officers for their fullest support. The conference success depended ultimately on dedicated people who have continuously worked hard to plan and organize. I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to the organizing committee and the relevant subcommittees for their unceasing work for the last 2 years for the success of this conference. Especially, I would like to thank the members of the scientific committee and the chairperson, Professor Shironika Karunanayaka, for their commendable and interminable work. I also would like to thank Professor Shironika and Dr. Iresha Athanayaka, an expert in the use of EC Chair, for managing the abstract submission to publishing conference proceedings. My sincere thanks also go to the editorial board chaired by Professor G.W.A.R. Fernando for their valuable service. My sincere thanks go to Mr. Lal Medavata and Mrs. Mayanti Jayakodi for comparing the entire event. Also, special thank go to Mr. Lal for initiating, compiling, and editing the special issue of the Open Quarterly magazine, which was launched at the inaugural session. It is praiseworthy to comment about the technical subcommittee led by Dr. Utpala Premaratna and Dr. Saminda Fernando. Dr. Utpala Premaratna and Dr. Saminda Fernando have given their expert technical guidance in handling this online conference. Their untiring support in organizing the entire online technical session, starting from the inaugural session to the end, is commendable. They showed their dedication and excellent teamwork to the highest level. My big thank you to both Dr. Utpala Premaratna and Dr. Saminda Fernando. It is also important and creditable to acknowledge the excellent assistance given by Mr. Kanishka Indrajit Tenakon and Mr. J.J. Taranga in arranging all the technical setup for the online delivery. Without their support, I do not think we would have had arranged this conference in a hybrid mode in a very short time under the presence of pandemic situation. We are very grateful to all the technical team with the guidance of Mr. Kanishka and Mr. J.J. Taranga. And I'm very much thankful to all the session chairs, session coordinators, and the session host for their excellent support in assisting the online session for the last 3 days. Appreciation and sincere thank also go to Mr. Samira Tilagavatna, who helped us in the production of the promotional video. And I would like to thank Professor Pradeep Ratnayaka for creating a piece of excellent music which is unique to this conference and the OUSL. Further, I would like to thank all the illustrators, Mr. Shanta, Mrs. Nirmali, Mr. Samit, and the photographer, Mr. Jayavira, and the video editor, Mr. Pereira, attached to the SETME for their assistance. A special thanks also go to Mrs. Chandi Pereira, who helped me immensely from the beginning in all logistic and other relevant matters in organizing this conference. Also, I would like to thank Mrs. Srini Tenakon, Upeka, Achini, Kasuni, and Vivrishani for their support. My sincere thanks go to our Deputy Vice Chancellor for his support in arranging the sponsors. I fully recognize and express my sincere thanks to our silver sponsor, Coursera for Campus, for their support. I especially thank the Sri Lanka Convention Bureau, SLCB, for their guidance and support from the beginning. It is my great pleasure to acknowledge for their sponsorship given by the SLCB. I also would like to recognize and thank the other sponsors, Commonwealth of Learning, the International Council for Open and Distance Education, ICDE, SLASCOM, Dialogue, Bangor Salon, Akbar Premium Quality Tea, and Meridian Colombo for their support. Finally, I would like to thank all the staff members of the OUSL who helped us in organizing this conference from the initial stage to date. My sincere thanks also go to Exxon Spencers PLC, the event management led by Mrs. Nadika Liniagoda and Mr. Sian Amin. They supported us from the beginning and were very flexible enough to accommodate all the requests which under the present pandemic situation, we requested several changes and they obliged and flexibly they accommodated. Especially, I would like to thank Ms. Nadika, who was managing all the registration arrangements and communication with all the delegates and kept us informed almost daily. I also would like to thank Mr. Sumedha Rubasinghe and his team who developed and managed the AAOU 2021 conference website. Last but not least, once again, I would like to thank all the participants for their presence and wish each and every participant a safe and healthy life. Wish to meet you all at the 35th annual conference of the AAOU at Korean National Open University in October 2022. Thank you and God bless you all. One announcement. We would like to take a photograph of all participants. Could you please switch on the camera so that we would be able to take a photo? Please wait for a few minutes. Thank you very much for your patience. Wish you all a very best and thank you and God bless you all. Thank you.
From the Open University of Sri Lanka, Colombo campus, on a rainy afternoon, we would like to conclude AAOU 2021, the 34th annual conference, but with hope for year 2022.
See you in person next year in Korea.
Okay, thank you very much for all of you for the contributions you